What is going on, guys? DBG here, and it is the first of the month, so you know what that means. It is the point guard tier list. Depending on when 2K stop releasing cards, this could either be the second last or the third last tier list for positions. So basically, yeah, we're gonna go over them right now. If you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We're trying to hit 200,000 subscribers as soon as possible. Trying to hit it by the end of July, and it's looking like it's going to be a very close on hitting it by then. Initially, it was honestly by 2K21, but it's looking like we're going to do that anyway. But yeah, so now let's get on to the tier list. Also, I have to say again, it is my opinion. You guys might prefer certain cards over other cards, and also this is only primary position point cards. So we're going to start off with George Hill. George Hill, Hall of Fame clamps. He's got Hall of Fame, or has he got Hall of Fame quick draw and gold range? I think either it's one's Hall of Fame, one's gold. I'm not sure, but okay, going to the basket. Overall, a really nice card. A very similar card to a card that I'm gonna go over a little bit later. I'm gonna put him C tier. Again, budget card. Like if you're just starting out the game, obviously I'd say go save up a little bit for Dwayne Wade. But after Dwayne Wade, this dude is an absolute great card, great option. But I'm gonna have to put him down in C tier. Derrick Rose, I do like Derrick Rose, and I just realized I have him as well as his Galaxy Opal. I think I would put them both in A tier, to be honest. Actually no, I'd put one in them in A tier. I put the Opal in A tier. I probably put this one in B tier. I do talk about the Opal a bit later. Javon Carter, and another really good budget player. I'm gonna put him in C tier again. He's a good budget peak shooter. He's got Trey Burke base. He's overall really good. But again, at this stage in the game, there are people that are outclassed. Especially, I know he's not on this list when you could get Dwayne Wade. That card has kind of changed. That has changed the game for budget players because that card exists. It means you can't even judge people as budget players. You got to judge them as they're some of the best cards in the game because you can get some of the best cards in the game for really cheap. So yeah, that's the first player. Or sorry, that's the second player in C tier. Then we've got Lance. I'm a fan of Lance, but I'm not that much of a fan of him. Weird thing is that I have more success with the Amethyst Lance than the Pink Diamond. I'm not even kidding. I've used the Amethyst Lance and killed people with him. I have never once killed someone with Pink Diamond. The Pink Diamond's obviously better, and maybe it's just because the Amethyst Lance goes a little bit under the radar for most people. But yeah, I do think that it is a really good card. So, a really solid card. Not great, but solid. So I'm going to put it B tier. Malcolm Brogdon, I think, is better. Straight up, I love Brogdon's release. I can't miss with him. Yeah, he doesn't quite have the SIGs. Actually, that's dumb. Just because I prefer Brogdon doesn't mean that Brogdon deserves to be above Lance Stevenson. Just because I'm struggling with Lance. Brogdon has got a better jump shot than Lance, no question about it. Doesn't shoot as well on the move, doesn't handle the ball as well. But for me, he just feels better and is an elite defender. But Lance, I definitely underrate Lance there. DiVincenzo. Okay, so DiVincenzo is in that same tier of Javon Carter, George Hill, DiVincenzo. They're all very similar players. It all kind of depends with these players. Like, if I was playing one of them at the point guard position, I would probably choose George Hill. If I was playing one at the two guard, I would probably choose DiVincenzo. But again, these three guys are interchangeable. Great budget cards. Micah Ray Richardson. Pre-Evo would be D tier. Post-Evo, I'm going to put him B tier. Because his Evo to Pink Diamond gives him limitless range, although his release is a little bit iffy. It is definitely a bit iffy. It's not absolutely terrible if he is wide open. Jed Terry. Even Opal, I'm not a fan of this card. Obviously, Diamond, he'd be D tier. But even Opal, B. I cannot justify putting him above this tier. He's not exceptional. He's alright. Like, he can go to the basket a little bit. He can shoot the ball really well. But he's undersized. And honestly, that's really it. He's just undersized. You can't really put an undersized player in one of the top two tiers unless they're elite. Then Earl Boykins. You know this 5'5" dude's going S tier. But being dead serious, Earl Boykins D tier. No question about it. Boykins is a fun card to use, but like, is he good? Offensively, he can score. Like, you can give, if you're good at the game, like if you're good with Dwayne Wade base / base 98, like if you're good with that release, you can give people buckets with Earl Boykins. That's all I'm gonna say. He's very effective in that way, but like, is he an like objectively good card? Not really. Then we got Dennis Smith Jr. Dennis Smith Jr. I'm gonna put him in C tier. He's like a slightly worse. I'm either putting him in C or B. I'm gonna put him behind Eric. No, I'll put him in C tier. He's like a slightly worse version of like Pink Diamond Westbrook and Pink Diamond Rose. He is very, very similar, but he is slightly worse. And in terms of price, if you want a player like that, Dennis Smith Jr. is probably the best. However, just in terms of use, I think he's just that little, like, he's that little bit worse, although he is better value. So he's probably going to be, but I would take Dennis Smith Jr. realistically over any of these guys. Then Devontae Graham. I'm a big, big fan of this card as a peak shooter, but he's tiny. He's tiny, but his handle's good. So, yeah, let's put him in B tier. He can cook people, so I'll put him in B tier. And we got Richie Guerin. Again, I'm a fan of this card. Like, his release to me is really good. His dunking is really good. It's just that not many people got him. Like, he was on boards and he was super rare. I think he came on board the same day as... Did he come on the same day as Issel or something? And everyone was getting Issel and no one was getting Guerin. But this card is nice. Especially if they go and release an Opal version of him. I'm telling you, that card will be nice. And then we get D'Angelo. I don't like this card. I'm saying this right now. I do not like D'Angelo Russell. Should he be higher? Probably, but am I going to put him higher? No. Rex Chapman, I'm going to put here in B tier. And like initially, I was like, okay, Rex Chapman's nothing spectacular. But if you guys watched my starting from scratch stream yesterday, Rex Chapman was equally as good as Dwayne Wade for me. Like, I'm not making the argument that he is as good because he's not. He is not as good as Dwayne Wade. But in those 10 or so games I played with him, man, he was cooking teams. He was out there. He was outplaying dudes that were running with Magic Johnson at the 1. Rex Chapman's release, man, that base 22 is nice. Yeah, he has a bit of the arrow 3 problem, but base 22 is still really nice. Unbelievable dunker. His animations are unbelievable dunking. Man, he's underrated. He is so underrated. Bonga, A tier. I'm going to put Bonga there. Rod Strickland is a Kyrie clone, and I hate Kyrie, so I'm putting him in C tier. Yeah, that is maybe it's a little bit harsh, so you can probably guess where Opal Kyrie's gonna go. But he's got like the same animations and release as Kyrie, and I just hate that release so much. Bob Sura. Bob Sura is basically a Rex Chapman clone. They're essentially the same card. So can't really justify putting Bob Sura any higher than this. Also, definitely not lower than this. Bob Sura is pretty decent. Ja Morant. Ja Morant is going into A tier. He is going into A tier. He's probably the best of the like fast dunking point guards. I'm trying to think like Opal, Derrick Rose, Ja Morant are similar level. Is there any other ones that have come out kind of recently that would be on a similar level? Probably not. Like Oladipo actually, even though he is a 2 guard, doing similar things to that, like Donovan Mitchell, those cards. I think that Ja and Derrick Rose are the 2 best until we obviously get Opal Russell Westbrook. Then we've got Tracy McGrady, S tier, in what is one of the most obvious picks so far. Tracy McGrady is going into the top tier. Not only does he have an insane release, he can dunk, he's 6'8", so he's got good height. He is literally like, again, I'd play him at the 2, and I would also not use this card. I would just use the other one at the 2 because they're almost the same when they're playing there. But if you guys want to run him a point guard, he can dominate. It's just there are a lot of other my logic is there's a lot of other exceptional point guards. There's not a lot of other exceptional 2 guards. But he is in the conversation for best point guard in the game. Reggie Theus. B. I think. It's hard actually. B, yeah, B. I do like the card. I think he does some things really well. He's just not a good shooter. The release is slow. If he had a fast release, I'm telling you, Reggie Theus would be very, very nice. A lot more people would be using him. But he's 6'7", really good interior defender. If you're on an extreme budget and you can't afford Bonga and you want another player, or well, he's the same price, Bonga, and you like running Bonga and want to run another Bonga type player to guard the big point guards, Theus is perfect. Can actually post cheese really well. Then we have got Jason Kidd. I hate Jason Kidd. I hate this card so much. I can't use him. I actually cannot use this card. Like every time I use Jason, I try to use him, he can't shoot. That's the problem. He can't shoot. His release is so slow. And you might be arguing, oh, but he's a great defender. He's a great passer. Well, so is George Hill. So is Javon Carter. So is Dante DiVincenzo. But you know what the difference is? Those 3 can shoot. Like, yeah, he's got high defensive stats and Hall of Fame clamps, but so does 90% of the cards on this list. He is just... I hate this card so much. Like, I hate this card more than I hate Kyrie. That's bad. That's bad. But Jeremy Lin... yeah, he's like a slightly worse version of Ja Morant, but again, he's another one of those same slashing point guards. So I'm just going to throw him behind Derrick Rose because they're basically the same card. Obviously, they're like the slight differences. I think Lin is half limitless, but they're going to be the same thing. Chauncey Billups. You know what? He doesn't go to the basket well. C tier? Or no, not B. He's a good peak shooter. B. The weird thing is that I have used the diamond and I've used the opal and they feel the exact same. I literally could not tell the difference. But I like the diamond. I do really like the diamond. So, I have to take that into account. Like, I started using the diamond again after not using him for a while and I realized he's actually pretty good. So, yeah, I think they're the same though. Because they both have really high in the same, like in the key stats, as in defense, having clamps, 3-pointer, quick draw, range extender, intimidator. Like, I'm pretty sure they're all identical to the diamond, so yeah, it's not going to feel much different. Gilbert Arenas is going in B tier and also trucking him in behind Derrick Rose. They're basically the same card. I don't like base. I didn't realize like how much I don't like base 11 this year until I used Gilbert Arenas. Because I know Gilbert Arenas is the only player on my team with base 11. The rest of them have Aldridge base, which is the same thing. But I didn't realize how much I didn't like him till that. Then we've got Jokic. It's hard to put Jokic anywhere but bang smack in the middle. Because he's hard to judge. Because he's a mismatch problem / novelty. But he is also can be very effective in the right hands. Then we've got Draymond Green. A tier. I do like Draymond. I do like that Draymond card. He does a lot of things very, very well. Including play defense. Shoot when he's wide open. He rebounds well. Easily a top 3 or 4 defensive point guard in the game. Then Alex Caruso. I really like this card. Like, he's 6'5", so he's got a little bit more height than someone like a Derrick Rose / Jeremy Lin. But one of the weird things is that his defense is terrible. His perimeter defense is fantastic, but his interior defense is so bad. But I do actually like this card, and I really enjoy using it. To be fair, I enjoy using every one of the cards C tier, or even C tier and above. These guys, as much as I don't like DeAndre Russell, I know he's not bad. Rod Strickland's a Kyrie clone, but like from these 4 guys and all these, I really enjoy using. Magic, no question about it, S tier. Magic, glitchy behind the back, can just rim run. He's the best rim runner in the game. Well, between him and Ben Simmons, and actually shoots the ball really well. Kyrie Irving, C tier. Again, I don't like his release. I think it's terrible. Like if I come up against Kyrie, I don't think I've lost to a guy using Kyrie this year. Let's just say that much. Normally when I come up against Kyrie, I think I've won. Giannis Antetokounmpo, S, no question about it. He is S tier. Giannis is Giannis. Glitch behind. He just behind the back, glitches down the court. Gets in lanes. The best defensive point guard in the game, and it's not even close. He's fantastic. Stephen Curry. His dunking is okay. His dribbling is pretty good. He's got the Pro 2, the Pro 2 size up, which is good, I think. Curry can get free very, very easily. His release is pretty good. Not exceptional, but pretty good. I'll put him in B tier. I'm not going to put him any higher because I just don't believe he is that good, so I'm going to put him in B tier. Steve Francis is actually close with Steve Francis. I don't know whether I put him top tier with the Jazz of the world or whether I put him in the lower tier with the Derrick Roses of the world. I'm going to put him with the Derrick Rose / Jeremy Lins of the world. Again, the reason why I'm putting them all in the same block is it's literally personal preference of the same card. Isaiah Thomas. I've used him. He's a good TTO player, but he's C tier. Like 6'1", so a little bit undersized. He's not going to be much of a dunker. His release, I don't think, is quite as good as Jet Terry's or Devontae Graham's. So if you're looking at little guys above him, those guys I think do certain things better. Like, not a terrible card, but yeah, I've used him once. Was not the biggest fan. But he's not a bad TTO player. Like, if you're playing against someone who doesn't know what they're doing, you can't cook with him. Then we have got Wes Unseld. So Wes Unseld, this is a tough one between S tier or A tier. I'm going to put him in S. I think he's a better Draymond Green. I think he's a really nice defender. I think he dunks on everybody. He's not the greatest at creating his own shot, but like that's the one problem he has. Like when he's open, he's cash as well. Like he won't miss if you leave him open. He's not. It's gonna like against a good defender, you're not gonna get him open too much. But at the same time, he can just glitch behind the back to the basket as well. So yeah, he's a top tier point guard. Then Trae Young. See, 107. 107's a good release, but like he doesn't really do much else apart from having 107. Not the greatest defender, has a small player build, is undersized, can't really go to the basket. And yeah, he's like basically like Jimmer. And we got LeBron James. LeBron James is going S tier. No question about that. LeBron is arguably number one card in the game. If not the number one point guard, but I'm going to put him there. I think he definitely deserves a spot up here in S tier. Then we got Luka Doncic. Luka, A tier. Although Luka's really good playing at the 2. I'm going to say that right now. Playing Luka at the 2, he is a lot better than playing him at the 1. But he can shoot the ball well. Handle's not the greatest, but shoots the ball really well. Good defender as well. So, yeah, A tier. But again, I would mainly play him at the 2. Oscar Robertson, A tier. Got a good release. 6'5". You don't come up against him much, to be fair. You do not come up against Big O much because he was expensive, and let's be real, there are better options for cheaper. But a card that I do really like. Then Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons, Magic Johnson is a debate that you can have. Like again, Ben Simmons versus Magic Johnson versus Giannis versus LeBron is a debate that we could have for hours who the best is. Ben Simmons is the glitchy through the legs, although has a slower release. In terms of overall cards, I would probably put Magic ahead of him and LeBron ahead of him and Giannis ahead of him, but that's like saying 3 of the top 10 players are better than him. Like he's without question in the conversation for a top 3 card in the game, depending on if you like him or not. At worst, he's top 15. Then we've got Derrick Rose. D-Rose, right. I'm going to put him in the list because there's no overflow, but I'm going to put Derrick Rose in the same spot as Ja Morant. Whatever I said about Ja, I said Derrick Rose is the same. Penny Hardaway, A tier. So Penny's a really good card. 6'7", can dunk, especially because they gave him his upgrade on the 1st of January, and then they gave him the Evo as well. He's probably one of the weaker A tier cards, to be honest. I still think I would take Bonga over him. So I don't think he's not worth 750 tokens, but he's not bad. Like he's not a bad card at all. If you see Penny, like he pays not a bad card. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. Anyway, yeah, that is the video. This is the tier list for point guards in June. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.
I think you only love me cause I'm popping. This a layup, this a rebound, then it's robbing.